Hi, Emma.
Hi, Izzy. Morning.
Morning. So first, congratulations. You recently got a really exciting new remit as the Chief Business Officer at Sky. Can you tell us a little bit what does it mean and what are you looking at?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to be here today. It is an amazing event, so I'm really looking forward to today. So actually, I've been at Sky for 11 years, and so the remit that I have now as Sky's Chief Business Development Officer is a fantastic opportunity, really, for me to bring together some of the things that I've been working on in that time. So I've worked on and led our emerging products at one point. I still continue to lead our startup investments team, which is now headed up by James McClurk. And that's the piece, obviously, Easy, where you and I got to know each other. And Sky is actually an LP in the fund Reimagine, the amazing fund Reimagine that Easy and Kevin are running. So that remains part of my remit. I also look after all of Sky's strategic partnerships. So that spans from the likes of Netflix, where we were the first in the world to do a deep bundle partnership with Netflix to bring them onto our platform, or the likes of Spotify, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, etc. So those partnerships fit under the banner. But the new piece that I'm particularly excited about, because I think it actually brings those two pieces together, is the ambition that Sky has to really sort of start to deliver an incremental significant incremental revenue opportunity for our business. And that essentially is to look to bring new products and services to Sky that can leverage essentially the assets that we have and the core competencies and capabilities that we have. So to name a couple, obviously we have 24 million household relationships across Europe. We're Europe's largest media and entertainment company. But we also have the broadband customers, obviously, in the UK, and that will be launching in Italy soon too. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Sky, we have an amazing brand. We're heavily trusted, highly trusted by our customers. We have a reputation for bringing simplicity and amazing customer service. So I've got some fantastic assets that I can then bring to bear in the way that I think about how Sky can now go on to offer some of these new products and services.
It sounds super exciting, and it's basically moving from investing to creating new businesses and touching really every part of the way Sky touches consumers, I'm assuming. On that note, AI seems to be everywhere, affecting every industry from health to education to entertainment. How do you guys look at or utilize AI at Sky? Is there any particular project you're following or you're involved with that you can share?
Yes, so it probably won't surprise you to know that a large company like Sky is leveraging AI and has been for a while now across a number of different areas. Our startup team are a key part of the way that we go out and find companies that can help us in that space, and we'll perhaps come on to talk about some of the Israeli companies that we're excited to be having the opportunity to work with. But essentially, we are using computer vision already extensively in our content supply chain. That enables us to be much more granular and efficient in the way that we create metadata and tag content and clip content. So there's both more that we can offer there from a product perspective, so we can do better content discovery. But it also means that, on screen, for example, with something like Sky Sports, we're able to use AI to not only give our commentators much better information to bring the sport to life, but also then the data that our customers get through the apps to be able to get different experiences. So that's sort of one example on the machine computer vision side of AI. We're also using it in areas such as the way that we manage our field force. So we have over 4,000 field force engineers across Europe. We use AI to optimize the way that we use those engineers. We're using it to in our call centers, so everything from matching call center agents to queries that are coming in the call center, in real time analyzing the queries that are coming in, feeding that through to the back to help proactively manage some of those. So a lot going on in the way that we help customers, customer service teams do a better job.
Is there like part of it that's also automation that you're trying to improve or automate processes that were manual?
Yes, that's right. So we're working with some companies that are helping us in the sort of robotic process automation, some of the back office jobs, finance, for example, starting to work across the business to identify repetitive processes that we can effectively replace with AI. So
you're already using AI quite heavily, but in your remit as sort of like the head of responsible for also the investments in Sky Ventures, there's huge investments going into AI, like 6.65 billion this year alone into AI companies. Where do you see interesting investing opportunities in AI?
So I think certainly in some of the areas that I've talked about already, so there is definitely an opportunity for Sky to invest in companies that can make sure that we are right at the forefront in some of those areas that I would describe more in the sort of efficiency space. But if we move more into with my broader hat on business development, there's some examples of companies, some of which, I mean, as you know, there's a huge proportion of investment in AI going into the Israeli startup ecosystem, and so there are companies like Volt AI that are doing some amazing work to help content producers to effectively try and predict how well a film or a new series or any kind of content asset is going to perform.
Sounds science fiction.
Yes, something that's been a real challenge in this industry since its inception, really. Other things in the commerce space that I'm very excited about, there are companies in the US like The Take that we've been talking to, but also others in Israel like Site that you'll be familiar with, Easy, where basically we see a big opportunity. Obviously, Sky is broadcasting and producing huge amounts of content. Adding commerce to that, we think, is a big opportunity. Whether that's consumers actually, basically using imagery to search for what they want to buy, or us making a sort of systematic product in the way that we can offer a sort of shoppable TV experience.
So it sounds like the future of Guillaume is getting closer and closer to us, and you're taking care of that media and entertainment part of the puzzle. Looking forward, like to the future. What are the opportunities that AI opens in your space of entertainment, sports, or smart home? Like, there's a lot of startup entrepreneurs here. I'm assuming many of them work on AI companies. Where do you see the future trends and opportunities in this space?
Yes, so I think one of the challenges for companies like us is that there is just so much. So it is a real, I mean, that's obviously a huge opportunity, but it also creates a lot of challenges around how do we go about sort of scouting for those opportunities, and meaning that we need to be pretty focused. So at the moment, for us, we're very focused on the space of looking at sort of the home automation, smart home, which will include, we think, increasingly the need to deliver a really robust, security, cybersecurity at the consumer level, as well as all of the work that Sky and Comcast, our parent company, are doing at the network infrastructure level and at the broadband and Wi-Fi in the home level.
Protecting your refrigerator from getting hacked and the likes.
Yes, but also, obviously, as we know, as soon as we introduce some of the great new features like home security and cameras, not only are they offering our customers potentially great utility, but they also are opening up security threats. So we need to make sure that we're looking at these things through both sides of the lens. And I think that we're going to be looking at startups that can help us deliver that sort of broader, both the opportunity side, but also making sure that we're providing the right level of protection.
So the home is a core aspect of what you do. Is there are there areas in sports or entertainment or content creation that you see as exciting opportunities?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the things that I'm working on within the BizDev remit at the moment is really starting to expand some of the content areas that we're involved in, that we're offering our customers. So that could involve, fitness, digital health, moving into esports, moving into games. As you know, all of those areas have huge opportunities from a technology perspective, and AI is going to play a key role in those for sure.
Yeah, that's what keeps me up at night. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insights. Please give Emma a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.